Hello everyone and welcome to Ankford Plays. So today we're playing Mobil Rally 1, Mobil Rally Championship I think it's called, for the PS1, which is apparently also out for the PC and such, as I can see on the internet. So this is the first one of those games that my cousin just dumped on me, racing games that my cousin dumped on me. And it's actually the disc that looked the nicest, the one that looked the most intact. So you can see this skips as well though. So that's gonna be interesting. Okay, here we go. Alright, so let's see. There we go, Rally Championship. It's racing game. Not much to say about that. It's a racing game. It's a little bit like Dirt, I guess. I tried a practice round, of course. I tried recording it. So this is not a first impressions video. It's a little bit like Dirt in that it's the same kind of racing game. Just older, for an older machine. I guess that's a bit of... That's a bit like, oh hey, racing games. Yeah. I did say... I think in the Dirt 3 video that we were gonna do an entire series going through every video, and we will be going through every game, but we will not be doing it as a series just because I found out that most of these discs do not work on my PS1. They only work on my PS3, and I had to lend out my PS3 to someone. So tomorrow is not gonna be another racing game. If you're watching this as it goes up. Why did it go to loading screen again? Is it gonna show me a demo? This is one of those later PS1. Yeah, this is demo. Okay, this is one of those later PS1 consoles. My own PS1 is fucked into oblivion, so it was one of these games that weren't real. They were a backup copy, let's call it that, that we're not going to be able to do because this one isn't chipped, and my own console, which is chipped for shit like that. Sorry, games were expensive back in the day, what can I say? My own console that is chipped can't run anything anymore, so we'll not be doing that one. I don't know why I even felt like bringing it up, but hey, okay, so let's go championship mode. It's a new championship.
Seat Cordova World Rally Cup. Triple 2-litre World Rally Champion Seat moved up to the Sports Premier category.
Let's see.
Ford, Nissan, Renault Maxi Megane. What? Ford Escort Maxi.
Ford Escort, okay.
Welcome.
Set up. Driver name. There we go. And visual settings. Car setup. What's the forecast? Oh, okay, just... Okay. Saves a memory card. So I don't know how much of the TV sound is going into the microphone. I hope it isn't going in a lot, because, yeah. Actually, I might have to turn down the game a little bit as well. I'm glad I have the mouse right next to me. I'll pretty save rally days will be all written. Save new rally, yeah, sure. As I said, I just tried recording the game just now, and there was some issues. There were some issues that hopefully won't repeat themselves.
Welcome to the Rally of Wales.
Alright.
The first round of the championship takes place in the treacherous forests of North and Mid Wales.
North and Mid Wales. Interesting. I don't know how accurate this game is. I know a lot of, I like to call them simulation racing games, like to be extremely accurate with stuff like this. Well, so we'll see. But I normally play kart races, so I don't know anything really. That's why I call it simulation kart race, because it's simulation racing game. It's closer to what an actual racing game would be like. Because this is a heavy-set car compared to the one I had. What is this? A slip and slide? This is actually really. I'm actually kind of impressed with the graphics in this one. I didn't expect the graphics to be this nice. I mean, the PS1 wasn't. It was a good console. It was a good, solid console graphics-wise. But this is actually pretty impressive for PS1, in my opinion. Or maybe I just remember it worse than it was. Maybe it's because, like, this era 3D game I looked at was a Nintendo 64 game, and they were marginally worse on some points when it came to rendering. PS1 really was honestly the superior console, and Nintendo 64 had the superior library in my opinion, but the PS1 was the superior console. That was why the PS1 like ended up achieving legendary status, and that was why the PS2 ended up selling so well, because a lot of people had seen the PS1 and gone like, whoa. Also, I think the PS2 did as well as it did because it was the first console to come with built-in media functions, and by that I mean I believe the 3DO and the PS1 had music playing capabilities, but the PS2 came with DVD players, and it was actually cheaper than certain DVD players because it had more features, because it also, you know, played video games. So it's actually cheaper to get a PS2 and also have your children be entertained than to get a separate dedicated DVD player and a video game system for your kids or for yourselves. So I think that worked a lot in the favor of the PS2. I also know a lot of people my age never actually played on the damn thing and only used this as PS2, as a DVD player. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, racing games. Yeah, this actually handles pretty well. I mean, it doesn't have the shaking capabilities. Because I'm playing on a PlayStation 2 controller. I put a PlayStation 2 controller in this game because my PlayStation 1 controller is broken, and the one my cousin gave me with his PS1 had broken analog sticks. So I just, well, okay, I'll just take my PS2 controller, and it worked. So this is what I'm playing with. Yeah, this feels a lot like Dirt. Like coming off of Dirt. This is very similar game experience. And this is probably a good thing I played Dirt then, because I wouldn't have been very good with it. I have to say, I actually thought I would be worse off using the buttons as opposed to the analog stick than I am. I really thought that like, cause like it or not, buttons just will never be as D-pad, I guess it's called. Buttons will never be as you know, sensitive as an analog stick, for obvious reasons. Sheesh. Okay. Well, that wasn't good. but I'm still doing a pretty good job of it. Okay, so I came in 11, which is not that great, but could be worse. I don't know if it shows up on screen that it says no signal sometimes, or if it just makes a black screen for that amount of time. I wonder actually. I'm gonna have to see in the finished version, but that's basically just because in order to record my PS1, it runs through an adapter before it goes into my capture card. Because my capture card only takes HDMI cables, and of course the PS1 is not an HDMI machine. So I have this. Jesus Christ! I have this this adapter which allows me to change AUX output to HDMI. That of course means that the game is a little bit cropped up to full screen here, but I mean, it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. Actually, it does a pretty good job of stretching the image without stretching it in a bad way. I feel like I doubt this game was meant for widescreen, but not that bad of a look right now. It is actually kind of odd how late we got widescreen in video games as opposed to movies. I wonder why that is. I'm of course doing terribly right now. That's because when this car turns, fucking goes on the slip and slide and all that. Oh shit! Fuck! Which way? This way? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, game developers. If I get confused as to the design of your map in a racing game, you need to do something about your map, your level design. Like, really. Racing levels should be the most straightforward shit ever. Pathfinding should not be part of the racing game skill set. That's something you find in a video, in a platformer, or not platform, 3D beat up. I'd accept pathfinding issues. Dark Souls as well, like, oh well, not being able to find your way around is kind of the point there, but in a racing game? Especially a drag racer? Like, what is... Jesus. I'm at 12. I would do better, but I'm getting my ass handed to me. Maybe I should have gone arcade mode. Too late now. It is, as I said, it is pretty nice. Like, I'm a sucker for nature rendered. I'm also the guy who play Euro Truck Simulator, even though I'm not big on simulation games. I'll play Euro Truck Simulator just because I like the look of it. Like, I like the fact that you can drive through Europe, and a lot of it is accurate, and you're driving on actual roads. Of course, they left out all of Scandinavia for some reason. Thanks, Euro Truck. But you know, beautiful, beautiful game. Same here. That's why I'm bringing it up. Like, as blocky as it is, and you can see the leaves here as we're driving through them. Square as a bug, but still, like, as you're just looking at it from a distance, like, as it is right now, it is pretty. Like, even for, like, as I said, for the PS1, this is a pretty game. And I'm not the guy to come to for like graphical, like, oh, I can see the frame drop. The only reason I can see the frame drop is because I can see the counter. Oh, you want me up there? Sheesh. Okay. Out on the actual dirt. I wish it was kind of like Dirt 3 now, that you get to ride through the road once and then a second time. I never understood, I never did find out why we did that 2 times in Dirt, but okay. I'm not complaining. Fun game. This one too. Like, as someone who doesn't play racing games, really, fun game, fun little racer. I don't know if the mobile one is an actual like historical racing. I'm getting the sense because you're getting a lot of background information on each stage. Overcast, okay. Yes. Yeah, transmission automatic. Okay, why not? Play a bit around with the things. Yeah, I'm getting the sense that you're like that there's a real like Mobile 1 rally, and it's actually, this game is actually a promotion for that, just like FIFA, the game, the FIFA series is a promotion for the actual FIFA Cup. Of course, I wouldn't know. I don't really keep up with racing things. I watched Formula 1 once, and that was kind of interesting. But it's not really shown on regular TV time spots here. You kind of have to be in the know to watch Formula 1 racing and mobile rally and such on the telly. Because usually they just show soccer everywhere. Like, you think you're tired of baseball in America? Don't come to Denmark. Don't come to Denmark. You will get handball and football, our football, actual football, where you actually hit the thing with your feet down your throat, hourly, secondly, minutely. Not minutely, but minutely, as in every second minute. You thought you heard about the election a lot? During those fucking championships, you hear about football all the fucking time. It is so over the top with how much they actually show that on TV. I wonder how much I butt-fucked myself by changing the settings. I mean, I was losing before, and I can't be doing worse, can I? Can't be doing worse than 12th space. Hey, I'm 11th now. Oh. Man, it stops when you hit that brake. This car stops. Holy shit. Whoa, jeez. That could have gone very wrong. I did actually have, one of the first games I got in my PS1 was Destruction Derby 2. And that was actually pretty fun, but I never got it. I never understood it. I think it was because I was a Scandinavian kid at age 7. And the game is in English. So I was like, well, how do I do the thing? How the thing I do? So, yeah. And the game got scratched. Lost my copy. My family has never been good at taking care of discs. Like, my brothers notoriously broke several entire series of movies with VHSs by leaving it out in the sun. Do not, if you still use VHSs, do not leave it out in the sun. It will be deleted by the sun. It will be sun bleached. Don't leave film and VHSs out in the sun. It is the stupidest thing you can ever do. DVDs, same. Sunlight, no, please don't. Do not do that. I actually lent my brother and his wife the entirety of that 70s show, and one, he forgot he had it. Two, the reason he forgot he had it is because he had already thrown half of it out for being too fucking scratched. People, put your discs back in the pack when you're done watching your movies. God fucking damn it. Oh jeez. And that's why I'm not lending movies to my brother anymore. My nephew doesn't understand. He'll learn. He'll learn. That little thing in the beginning of, I know it's supposed to be like a signal gun, like, hey, go now, but it looks like a tiny dinosaur, or a guy on a bike. Either it's a guy that's like stilting forward on his bike, and the back wheel came off, so it's like, oh shit, or it's a tiny dinosaur. It's a tiny dinosaur. Wishing me luck in my race. Thank you, tiny dinosaur. You know, dinosaurs were just birds with scales. Apparently there's a chance that T-Rexes might have cooed, not roared, which sounds completely insane, but hilarious. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine how different Jurassic Park would have been if the fucking T-Rex had cooed? Coo like a burp. Where's that from? The thing where they say that with a B. Where does that come from? I never... Snow! Okay, we're doing one last. Let's see where. We're 4 minutes. One last. Okay. Tire snow. Good. Okay. Let's do this. Mobil 1 Rally Championship. Or just Rally Championship. Cheeky. How the fuck am I gonna replicate that logo? Just thumbnail things. I did enjoy drawing thumbnails for that one series I did, Pillars of Eternity, but it was hard work. It was definitely hard work. Shit, Slenderman is gonna be in these woods. Oh yeah, thanks. Starting the ice level with a major turn. Thanks for that. That's nice of you. At least a tiny dinosaur friend is cheering me on. And the trees that pop into existence go like, you can do it, Ankford! You're in 10th place! Why did they not call the mountain race off on an icy snow day? Oh look, what a cool detail. The car is actually getting snow on it though. Cute! Cute! Which way is this? This seems wrong. Natural caverns should not have holes through them like this. This reminds me of that one episode of Top Gun where they go to Africa and they drive on Top Gear, sorry, not Top Gun. That one episode of Top Gun where they go right into the danger zone. Do you remember that episode? Danger zone! No, but Top Gear, where they go to Africa and they go to what is allegedly the most dangerous road in the world. And it's breaking off under them and everything. It's so fucking terrifying. That was a good episode, especially with the twist ending. But they did beat their little cars off a lot in that episode as well. Top Gear is a little, I know there's a little, is actually pretty cool. I know there's a lot of problems with, what's his name, Jamie something. The guy with the curly hair. Apparently being an asshole and everything, both on and off set, so. I'm glad he got fired. The other two guys walked, well that's their pride, right? But he did apparently spout a lot of racist bullshit, so fuck him. Good show though, good TV show. That he couldn't control his anger and shit, that's his problem. Mr. fucking Diva. They have the other two guys left in solidarity, which I wouldn't have done, honestly. I wouldn't. I would have been like, yeah, mate, but you were the one that offended the bosses just because you thought your ass was too valuable to dump. Alright, dude. They'll find someone else. There's always someone waiting in the halls. There's always some dude waiting in the halls. Always. Like, no matter how secure you think your job is, there's always one guy. There's always one guy waiting to take your place. Always. Because as great as the world is, unemployment is up. Anyway, with that message, Top Gear, fun show. With that message, thank you guys for watching this episode of Iron Place. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope joining us for more shenanigans. Whenever that will be. Tomorrow, something completely different, probably. And I'll see you guys around. Bye.